A billionaire spent $2 million on a lavish dowry to marry an international supermodel, but once they got home, he just placed her on a shelf like a decoration. Even on their wedding day, he still kept her up on the shelf. Guests all thought they'd be divorced in no time, but the two actually got along really well. Every day the billionaire climbed up the shelf to chat with her. She decided to always show her most beautiful self to her husband. Sometimes she worried doing yoga might disturb his work, but he said it was work disturbing him. She couldn't stop smiling after hearing that. It was the sweetest thing she had ever heard. Every time he came back from a business trip, he brought her gifts from all over the world. Sometimes a 10-pound gold bracelet, sometimes freshly picked flowers from that day. Whenever he had time, he'd climb up and sleep next to her on the shelf. Amy loved the feeling and gradually got used to shelf life. Amy's daily routine never left the house, so he moved his desk into her room. That way whenever she was tired, they could gaze into each other's eyes. On their third wedding anniversary, Amy was excited to see what surprise he'd bring, but he just blew her a kiss and quickly left on another trip. The maid was surprised there was no gift today. Amy quickly explained the kiss was the best gift of all, but her restless hands still gave away her disappointment. Amy thought maybe her makeup wasn't his taste today, so she put on his favorite outfit. This time he didn't even glance at her, just walked over and started working. She tried to talk to him, but only got a dismissive reply. Unwilling to give up, she sang his favorite song, but he told her to keep quiet. Amy felt deeply hurt, but held back her tears, afraid they'd mess up her makeup. The next day Amy dressed up again, wearing her most expensive gown, hoping he would finally look at her, but the sunlight bothered his screen, so he had the maid move his desk. Now he sat with his back facing Amy. Amy angrily asked what that meant. He calmly said the air was better by the window. Work was exhausting and he needed to stay healthy. Amy swallowed her frustration, thinking she should be more understanding, but when she looked closer at his screen, she saw he wasn't working at all. He was chatting with another woman. This time Amy said nothing, letting her tears run freely. Even if they ruined her makeup it didn't matter, because she was no longer in his eyes. 3 years passed in a flash. Amy still dressed up every day, hoping to hear his compliments, but all she got was the cold sound of the door slamming shut. That completely shattered her heart. She took off one high heel and whispered that it was time to leave, but when Amy looked down, the once 3-meter shelf had turned into an endless drop. Years of living on the shelf had made her afraid of the ground. She dropped the heel and waited a long time to hear it land, but even so, Amy still found the courage and let herself fall.